Hello, hello, Awesome Soul here, and I'm joined by...
Hello! Killermantime.
There we
Long
go.
time no see.
Cool. Yeah, it's been a while. Actually, when was the last time you were in one of my videos?
What was that game called? Robo something?
Robocraft, I think. Yeah.
Haven't caught you on drone yet, so.
No, I think we've been, But anyways, we're getting sidetracked before we even started. So today...
That's the fun part.
Yes. This is a bit of a podcast-ish kind of episode, so just sort of let this play in the background while you're going about your other normal internet activities. But yeah.
Listen to us.
Yes. Anyways, we are here to talk about Hytale, which is... Many people have been jokingly referring to it as Minecraft 2, but for good reason. Wouldn't you agree, Killer?
I would. It does kind of give off the sense of something more spectacular to come.
Yeah, it does definitely have a Minecraft feel to it, although the more you look into it, the more it's a lot more... I said more quite a lot there. But anyways...
Yes, you did.
Yeah, it's more different
In-depth?
than Minecraft. Yeah, I guess I would say it's more in-depth, but also the story mode, I think is what they've called it, or the main campaign mode, I don't know. But it seems like it's more structured. Like, it seems like you start in one area, like a biome almost, but there's multiple biomes in that biome, and then once you clear that area, you go on to the next section. Actually, if we go on to the world, yes, they're referred to as zones. I'm just going off of their blog posts here.
Yeah.
So we've got the zones, and we have Zone 1, which is your typical Minecrafty zone, the forests and
so green.
all that. Although, like I said, there's different biomes within it. And we've got the...
Oh, and also, I didn't notice that before, but if you look at the bottom portion of the first biome image, you'll actually see it looks like they generate structures also.
Yeah. So the undergrounds are also unique to each one, which is... Zone 4 is actually really intriguing. If we take a look at that, I don't know if you're looking at the same page.
Oh, I am.
Okay, yeah. So basically, the top of the world, or at least the top of Zone 4, is a... can only really be described as a bit of a hellscape. Lava.
It's a desolate lava zone.
Yeah, with obsidian everywhere. And
But if you look
underground...
that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, underground, it's like an actual forest. There's trees and glowing mushrooms, I assume. Some sort of bioluminescent stuff down there. Which is pretty cool.
I know. I might actually have to build a base there when I get the chance.
Yeah, although it's not too clear how exactly you get to those zones. Unless maybe I missed it. But...
I would think they would have it set up as... If they have random generation, world gen, I'm figuring it's kind of just going to work like Minecraft. You walk around the world and you'll come across the biomes.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Maybe not.
Yeah, what it said... Let me try and find it here. So yeah, here's an example of zone-based world gen in action. You're looking at a top-down view of Zone 1, comprising, rather, if I could read, of several different biomes. So yeah, in a zone, there are different biomes. So in presumably Zone 1 they're talking about here, you have forests, lakes, hills, ravines, and more. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's not just a desert zone. So I'm guessing in the desert zone, because we've seen sort of like more savanna kind of ones. We've got like jagged cliffs and all that, but sort of made off of sandstone and that. So I'm guessing those are all going to be within Zone 2, which, at least in the little concept art image is just showing a desert, but it's probably going to be more than just that.
That makes you wonder, if they're not calling them biomes but zones, is it going to be like a world?
What do you mean, exactly?
Like each... How do I word this before I sound like a complete dunce?
How to word.
How to word.
A question I ask myself every day.
Yeah. Usually when you refer to biomes or areas of generation, usually you're talking about putting all the biomes in one area, but here in their graph, they've labeled them zones, not biomes.
Yeah. Well, that kind of goes back into how they've sort of gone about their sort of story mode. Rather than in Minecraft where it just like generates forever, it sort of plops you down on an island, and that island is zone 1. So you'll find different biomes within that zone, and then it seems like you clear that island or that section of the island, and then you go on to the next zone. Because there's a lot more...
how you go on?
Yeah, it's a lot more story-based. I think you have to actually do quests. Again, this is kind of the idea that I'm getting from reading everything. At the time of this recording, if we go over to the main page here, the latest blog article is an overview of Hytale's server technology. So that kind of gives you the information we're working with here. I'm sure some of these may be answered in the future. And maybe by the time this video comes out, it will be answered, and I'm looking like a bit of a fool. But, oh well.
On the upside, with the server overview, at least it tells you that you don't have to worry about downloading specific mods by yourself.
Yeah, so that is kind of the biggest thing that intrigues me. Actually, it also ties into another thing, but we can kind of section into that eventually. But yeah.
Segways.
Segue is the word I'm looking for. Anyway. So, Killer, I'm sure you remember Dissension.
I do remember. I also remember a lot of text documents.
Yes. I think I still have all those. I hope I do.
I know I don't. I already searched.
Yeah, so for those who... Well, basically everyone. I'm sure there's probably one or two of you who have been here since the very beginning and know all about my very few Minecraft videos I put out on the channel. Actually, my very first video is a Minecraft video. It's how to make an obsidian generator. And recently got a comment on that, as I still randomly get comments on there. I'm like, oh yeah, this video exists. And the video...
Yeah, apparently the
comment was just
most
saying,
helpful,
what is this?
The most helpful video out there. How to generate obsidian.
Yeah, the method doesn't work, and it hasn't worked for...
a long time.
A long time.
I don't even remember what version of Minecraft they removed that in.
Yeah.
That's how long it's been.
Yeah. It was a pretty neat trick, though.
Yeah. When it worked.
Yeah. But yeah, from there, I spent a lot more time making what was essentially a weird love child between a battle royale, even before battle royale was a thing, and an RPG. So, it was sort of gone through a lot of different versions, but I'm sure you remember Killer. Actually, were you there for the original Dissension, where it was more of a typical adventure map where you went from A to B?
I think I caught word of it before you kind of brought it to the rest of the administrative staff.
Okay.
But I don't think I hopped on until you started building the second.
Yeah, because I kind of scrapped the first one.
Because I think the first one, I think I remember. Yeah, I remember the first one. Wasn't that the one where Dojo was trying to make a progressive mob spawn leveling? Yeah.
I can't.
It was a very
remember.
rough map.
Yeah,
it was a very rough map.
It was weird. I was trying to make it as I don't know. Anyways, we should probably explain why we're talking about this, and then we can go back into it. And that's because...
But rambling's fun.
Yeah, and that's because the biggest news to come out of this blog post is the fact that all of the custom creations you make, because this game is very heavily oriented around making your own things. And I don't mean like, oh, building a house. It's more of you can build any kind of weapon you want and any kind of monster you want, and using their own built-in modding tools, you can animate it, you can make it, I don't know, taller, shorter, add more limbs to it, add extra blades onto it if you're talking about weapons, and all that stuff. But...
Yay.
Yes.
For official modding support.
Oh, it's beautiful. And the best part is that you can put these items onto your server, and when somebody joins that server, they will automatically download every single mod on that server and be able to use it, hopefully, without a hitch.
I'm not sure if I want to call it mod just yet. I mean, yeah, it is a mod because we are making our own unique items for the server. But at the same time, we're not quite fully clear on how interactive they're going to make the system. Will we be able to change how the world actually works, or are we just going to be able to make items and mobs? That's the true question that comes in.
Yeah, I mean, they have shown off, like, world painting tools as well, so you can sort of raise the entire terrain or lower it, and things like that. But you can get pretty expansive, I think. I don't know.
Hopefully.
We'll see how things goes. Hopefully you can do some sort of NPC shopkeeper. Also, if I remember... Where was it? It was there somewhere. I'm pretty sure I read that correctly. But if not, I apologize. But you can actually customize the UI and how the UI works, and plug that into the server, and then people will be able to use that UI instead of the custom UI. So I guess this maybe means you can have, like, instead of have your hotbar, I don't know, I'm just sort of going off of Minecraft logic, where you have the hotbar, I think it's like 9 items long. You could customize it to maybe only be 3 items long, for example. I don't know, things like that.
I'm trying to find that. I know I've seen it somewhere.
Yeah, I can't quite remember where. But yeah, the reason we brought up Dissension was for exactly that, because I'm sure you remember, Killer, trying to get those mods to work on a server was not very good, because...
And then Yeah,
go on.
It was we had what, 2 or 3 consecutive things causing issues. It was Minecraft itself updating. That isn't an issue as long as you don't have to update the server. The issue is we were trying to run the server alongside the other servers that the community was running.
Yeah.
Which requires it being at the same version. At the time. Now I think you don't exactly have to do that within a specific amount of different versions. Anyways, so we had that, and then you had mod updates. And what really killed the entire project, in my eyes, was the update that removed the secret slots for, or the extra slots for textures. that was being used for the main texture pack.
Yeah, that was a big pain in the ass.
That was a big oof.
Big oof. Yep.
Come on, look at my torch racks or my weapon racks, and they're all fences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a sad day. But yeah, like you were saying, mod updates also was another issue with that, rather, was as we were updating the server to keep up with the main server, those crucial plugins would not update to the next version. So,
Nope.
Some people would just give up and say, hey, I'm not working on this anymore. If you want to update it yourself. And some people would jump to the occasion, but most times they wouldn't. And that's what kind of killed the project there. And it was really cool. At least I thought so. Now, if you do want to have an idea of what it was going to be, I do have a playlist actually set up. I'll probably link it in the description or at the end of the video, but I don't know how long the video is going to be, so maybe just check the description instead of waiting till the very end. But I do warn you, they are old videos, they are off-the-cuff videos, they are rambly videos, and I also didn't present them too well, because one, I was on a crappy laptop, so the resolution is weird, and also, for whatever reason, I decided to film at night quite often, so you can barely see anything.
And it sounds like he's recording with a potato.
Yeah, it doesn't quite sound as good. I think I used like a little wraparound headset mic. Yeah, those were the days.
I think everyone did at that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the day before I became a audiophile.
Hmm.
That's fantastic.
But yeah, they are there if you would like to get a better idea of what this is. I warn you though, maybe just go ahead and fast forward through a little bit of them. But I would recommend checking all of them out because we do cover a lot of the different locations and I don't know, I kind of miss working on that. I've been thinking about it a lot, and the big thing with Hytale is because they have their own built-in modding software, and that's a major part of the game. We don't have to worry about things updating, because the actual game developers themselves will update what is essentially the plugins for us. We just have to, or at least the base plugin, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm getting at, right, Killer?
Yeah, you apply the plugin to the server, and it takes care of everything from there.
Yeah. But in this case, if we have, say, an axe we want to add to the game, we have the model for this axe, and now their modding software, whatever you want to do, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think you can download it right now and play around with it. I've seen videos of it, but I haven't actually tried it out for myself. But whatever file size, or not file size, file type, rather, they use, you would just plug that directly into the server, and it would work right away. I don't see a reason why you would have to change file types with their plugin there. I'm calling it a plugin, but it's not really a plugin. It's actual built-in to the game kind of software.
Yeah. So I just wanna point this out here, since we were talking about Dissension. I just perused our old forums, the old chat group for the build team.
Oh god, yeah.
Here's how close we got to finishing it before we stopped.
Oh, my little progress bar. I remember that.
93.34%.
Yep.
We had almost all the classes completed. The plugin planning was almost done. Implementation was not even halfway yet. Weapons, armors, and items. Oh my god, I don't.
I
that
still
was
have
a nightmare.
Yeah, I still have that text document, I think.
Do you have the text document with the mod set up, or do you just have it with the items information?
Oh,
yeah.
I can't remember.
You were pumping out the ideas for the items. I was translating them into the plugin.
Yeah.
I think I spent I went on vacation. I took a crappy little old laptop that could barely do anything just so I could continue crunching those text documents before I came back.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I tried to play around with that too. Or maybe it wasn't that. No, I was playing around with the what was essentially the class builder we had.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, getting the abilities to work.
What classes did we even have?
So how it was originally going to work, it was basically, again, like I said, a mix of a RPG and also a sort of persistent, ongoing, never-ending battle royale / clan warfare type thing. And the interesting thing here was it was asymmetrical, which, I mean, it is cool, but it's going to be a little difficult to balance. But I tried my best, and if we actually got it out, we would have done a lot of tweaking. But there were... I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I think the Desert faction had the Crusader, which was a fighter that could use some magic. The Displacer, which was a really cool one. It was all about teleportation and warping. So, basically an assassin mage, if you want to think about that. The Oracle was like the healer. So, the Desert was all about magic. It was their big focus, because they had a big, powerful crystal. You remember my big, powerful crystal, right, Killer? And the mirror that somebody broke?
I remember the giant, powerful crystal in the mirror that may have gotten broken.
Yes, that was in one of the videos.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, there was that one. That was... I think I might have personally gone with the Displacer, if I were to pick a class. Just because teleporting around sounds cool. There's also the Snow faction. I can't even remember if I gave these factions names or not. Can you?
I'm trying to find them because I know somewhere in the conversation thread we were discussing the faction names, and I cannot seem to find that specific post.
Yeah, oh well. But for now, we'll just call it the Winter faction, which, again, in the video, if you want to go and look at that playlist, we have the capital city built, and I was very proud of that capital city. So hopefully, I will be able to recreate it, because, spoiler alert, hopefully we will be able to continue on Dissension, because, as Killer's kind of alluded to, we have all of these text documents, so the back-end planning is all done. We just need to kind of implement everything. But where was I?
Lots of implementation.
Oh, yeah. So, the Snow faction. It was a lot more sort of brutish and kind of... well, not really brutish, but more of like... It had like the Pathfinder class, which was focused on archery and laying traps and tracking people, which was really cool. There's also the... I think it was Berserker? Yeah, Berserker. As the name would imply, very brutal class. Focused on axes and all that.
It ripped your arms off with his bare hands.
Yeah, something like that. I can't quite remember what the other class was, though.
I think we've degraded here a bit.
Have we?
No, my bad. That was That was a comment that came out that was not pertain to the specific conversation. I'm reading. Oh my god. I forgot how disorganized we were in this.
Oh, you're just rereading.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh man. Because we started bringing in so many random people.
Oh yeah, that's
about
right.
the midpoint near the end, when you start losing interest in the build because you're pretty much the only person putting in all the effort.
Yeah.
And we just started bringing in people, and I found the portion of the thread where we were conversing about someone did something to one of the towns that just it wasn't right at all. I think we were supposed to be designing after the medieval design that you had given us, and they made it more modern.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of... I don't know. I mean, again, with one of the features in Hytale, you can just... I can, like, build a whole bunch of preset houses and have people slap them down into where they need to go. Which would
be more
fantastic.
Manual tasks for me to do.
Woo!
Yay.
But yeah, where
Just
was
like
I?
typing.
Oh, yeah. I guess we can continue on with the classes. So, the other class for the Snow faction was probably something magic-based, but I can't remember.
No, I think it was Archer.
No, that was the Pathfinder. Pathfinder was
the
archer, tracker, trapsman kind of thing. Can I even... Do I even have it on this computer? Let me see.
I wonder if you do. Hey, I found some of my old screenshots of the towns. Oh yeah, this is when I was playing with the shader mod for Minecraft. Damn, the towns look so freaking beautiful.
Wow, I just typed in Dissension and the Planet Minecraft thing comes up. Oh my god.
Ooh.
That's right.
Ooh.
Oh. Hey, there's the picture I'm looking for. Sweet.
Hey,
okay.
I remember this one. This is the fort, the fort city.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait. We're looking at two different things.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can... Hey, there it is. Cool. Okay, so we've got Desert Faction, which I called the Desert Faction, so I probably hadn't named them at this point. Crusader, Oracle Displacer, yep, we went through those. The Snow Faction, Berserker, Warlock, that's the one. Okay. And Pathfinder, stealthy class, excels in ambushes and sneak attacks. Yeah, Warlock, a powerful magic user with a multitude of long-range offensive attacks. Cool. And then the Mountain Faction was the final one. The Sharpshooter, which was completely all about archery. And I remember having a tough time trying to get this to work, because the weird plugin we had to make these RPG classes, it couldn't actually use... It could use projectiles, but it classified the projectiles as, like, a spell. So you couldn't be like, I want to fire a volley of 5 arrows. It would be, okay, I'll fire a volley of 5 projectiles and use the texture for arrows. So it doesn't actually use your arrows, which was annoying, but hopefully, fingers crossed, Hytale will do something like that to let us do that. Because, like, they've said a lot. I don't know if you've been paying attention to them on Twitter, but they want to make sure that they can basically provide everything that large servers need. So if, I'm sure, enough of an outcry, or not outcry, but, I don't know, people want this one feature, then they'll add it to the game, which was cool.
No, it's probably somewhere in the server overview, but I'm wondering, will they allow you to run your own version of the Hytale server on your own private server? Or is it required that we host from one of them? One of theirs.
I think you can host your own. Pretty sure. But yeah, I don't know. I have to look into that again. Anyways, we keep getting sidetracked, but
yes, we do.
That is the point of a podcast. It's not really all that structured. Hopefully you're following
No.
along and at least somewhat enjoying our old
I can imagine them.
reminisce
They're
into
now
the Minecraft days.
they're sitting at their keyboard, staring at the screen with a trail of drool going down the side of their head as they are now brain dead.
Oh no. But anyways, let's finish this off so we can move on. The sharpshooter was an archery class. The channeler, which was, I guess you can kind of classify it as like a monk, almost. Sort of a very bulky melee fighter that all of their abilities were self-buffs or team buffs. So it was like a support tank, almost. But they had no actual, like, straight up power slash or wind blade or some other generic RPG melee attacks. It was, all just, I want to make myself stronger. I want to give myself a little bit of extra bonus health. I want to make myself faster. That kind of thing. And then the last one would be the Spectre, wielder of dark magic. And it was all about debuffs. So, yeah, as you can tell, really cool idea in concept. I don't know if it would work out that well. If we ever work on... Well, I mean, I'm hoping we work on it, but whenever Hytale comes out and we pick back work up, that
We
did
might
not
need to
make
find
sense.
some people to... No, it did not.
No,
but
it did
I
not.
understand
Oh,
where you
yeah.
were going.
Yeah, you understood me. I
Yeah,
hope.
if we do pick it back up, we're definitely going to have to find some people that can help us with really much everything. Because there's only
Yeah.
so much one or two people can do.
Yeah, and I can tell you, I ain't the best coder in the world. I have some skill. I went to school for it, but I did not enjoy it. So, I've got the basics.
I'm not artistic.
But, yeah, I'm more about building and planning and story and world building, etc., etc. That sort of stuff.
Yeah.
That's more my forte.
He comes up with the ideas, people put them down. There you go.
I mean, I build the entire map. Give me more credit than that.
Shh, he comes up with this. Yeah.
I built every house, built every fort, every wall. Actually, no, Killer, you built a lot of walls.
Yeah, I built a lot of walls. I don't like walls anymore.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I sit in front of a window now.
But yeah, if we ever do go back, I would really like to try and implement this whole asymmetrical 3 class, 3 factions, 3 different classes kind of thing.
Split up the world.
Yeah.
Cross the border and die. Or, create alliances. Faction leaders.
Mhm.
One against the others. Who knows?
Yeah.
Possibilities are there.
One idea I had for it that I was kind of thinking of recently that we never really talked about, at least I don't think we talked about, while we were actually developing it. But what I think would be cool is, like, how we had the different cities and towns and villages spread throughout the map?
Yeah.
Well, like, off in the wilderness somewhere, we could add, like, a keep or a stronghold or something, and those would be like
we
capture the
talked
flags.
about that.
Yeah, I think we
actually
did.
developed a couple of them.
Okay.
I think we put a couple down on the map, but we deemed that we might as well get the towns out of the way first before we start dealing with dungeons and whatnot. I think the first portion of that test build was the part of the map that Dojo took over as a temporary spawn for the server.
The
one that had the large tree forest. And the coastal town. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're kind of thinking of something a little different, though. When I mean, like, a keep, I mean, like, basically, like, a capture the flag sort of thing. This isn't a dungeon. It's basically whatever team gets there first can now take control of that, and maybe they would have, like, NPCs that would guard it, for example. And then you'd have to mount an assault as one of the other two factions to try and take it back.
You have to place limitations on something like that. So
Yeah.
let's say the first there can take it, but then once every week or so, there's the ability to raid. And if you win the raid, your faction takes it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. Or maybe not necessarily a week. Maybe you get 3 days worth of protection, and then you can sort of use that time to mount a strategy for defense or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's a good idea for...
I'm trying to think about it as not making it so grind. Because if you have to protect it every 3 days, you're going to lose a lot of interest in it.
Yeah, but also, well, you would want to have, like, I don't know, if nothing can happen with it for an entire week, that would make you lose interest, would it not?
That's true. That's very true. Yeah, I don't know. Things that have to be fleshed out later.
Yeah, I mean, we're just kind of coming up with off-the-cuff ideas.
Yay.
Yeah. But speaking of dungeons, the entire dungeon system that works in Hytale, like the actual built-in dungeon system, because if you don't know, the way it works is instead of like necessarily going down into a stronghold that generates in the world, you would go down into like a gate that would generate in the world, and then you would walk through this gate, and it would teleport you to a separate instance where you could go to an entirely different dungeon. And that is exactly what we need for Dissension. Because I think we were trying to do that, weren't we?
Think so, yeah.
Yeah, because we wanted dungeons where people could raid, away from the hustle and bustle of, the general murder, the faction wars going on above.
Oh, you're going to war? I'm gonna go find a dungeon real quick.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill out in here for a while.
I'm gonna go hide in the ice caverns of Tuhala.
That was not an actual location, by the way, for anyone wondering.
No, it wasn't.
but yeah, so that is exactly what we need, and it will be real nice for when we pick up development on it. If we pick up development on it. I know I would like to, but again, the big problem we ran into was a lack of interest. Hopefully anybody watching will be interested, and I don't know, now that I've got the whole Soul Squad server, I'm sure there will be people there interested in kind of creating things, because that's kind of what my community is really interested in, I think.
About.
Yeah.
Creation. Rainbow of cubes.
Yeah.
Imagination.
Not sure if I heard you say cubes there, but that segues into another thing, which we talked about a long time ago. So it's not that great of a segue. But yeah, all of the texture pack shenanigans that we talked about, where Minecraft removed the ability for mod pack creators to make extra blocks. Like, a fence post could also be a pillar of stone or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, I think there are stone fences now.
Yeah.
But you know what I get at. Like cobwebs would turn into icicles on buildings. And they removed
They did it for some benign reason. I think it was to save on performance or something.
Yeah, but now, with Hytale, we can make whatever we want, and we can add it into the game as we see fit. So if we want icicles,
as long as you have...
we can add icicles, and it will be permanently in the game as a custom block that people just need to download. And speaking of download, though, hopefully, if Hytale is listening, which I highly doubt they will, because this is really rambly and near the end of the video, or maybe it's in the middle, or maybe it's at the beginning. I don't know how long we're going to go for.
Oh, God.
But Oh, I totally lost my train of thought. What was it?
This is why we decided to do a podcast style instead of a snippet, and
Yeah.
create some form of track. Is we both knew this wasn't going to end well if we tried doing.
Yeah, this would be a nightmare to try and edit down. I'm sure it's a nightmare to listen to, too. Or maybe it's fun and weird. I don't know. I've never really done a podcast before. Is this even a podcast? If it's not really a regular thing, who knows?
And if it's a podcast, we need to start our own series.
Yeah.
Start playing some games, start chatting about random topics. There you go.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, that's something we probably should have done while we were doing this.
Yeah, I mean, what would we play, though?
Drone.
Oh well, that's fine. It's a podcast. I'm just looping the Hytale trailer in the background. And if people want to watch that, more power to them.
Toss up some footage, or not footage, some images of the Dissension. Toss some footages up of
Oh,
Minecraft.
I remember what I was talking about. Downloading things. So they say, yes. In the server, or was it the server? Yeah, Hytale server overview. They talk about downloading things when you enter that world. Now, do you download it to your client where it's stored, or do you have to download it every single time you go in?
Yeah, that's a good question. They did say it would download, but they never said if it was a permanent download for that specific server or if it's a temporary, and when you leave the server, you have to download it all over again.
Yeah.
That can get cumbersome, especially if it's a heavily modded server.
Well, this game... Yeah, I don't know. The game is made by Minecraft modders, Minecraft builders, and Minecraft players. So basically any problem that was in Minecraft is kind of solved in this game. So I'm pretty sure, like, if they seem to be really big on, modding. That is a core pillar of their game, not just something people can do on the side. Like, modding is the bread and butter of this game, or one of the main aspects anyway. So I'm sure there's going to be some sort of option to favorite a server, and then when you favorite that server, it would automatically download everything you need for your next playthrough. Or
we hope,
something like that. Fingers crossed.
And if it doesn't work out like that, they've got tons of time to make changes.
Yeah, but as I said earlier, they're really good about, or at least they seem to be really good about listening, because they did put that tweet out. I think multiple people on the team have said that they're looking for feedback from large server owners, or I guess server owners in general, basically what they need to succeed.
Yeah.
So, what else can we talk about? Is there anything you would like to bring up, Killer?
Would there be anything I'd like to bring up? No, not really. Actually, I think we pretty much covered everything. Aside from the music, actually. Have you even listened to the 2 tracks they gave us preview to?
Yeah, they sound really nice.
I know. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Although I'm sure there's... honestly, I can definitely see somebody making a music mod pack for Minecraft.
Oh,
just add all the Minecraft music into the game. I mean...
Oh, it's not even just going to be the normal music either. It's going to also be the discs.
Yep. Oh, they're going to add creepers into the game. I can see it now. The Minecraft...
You can't call them creepers.
The Minecraft mob mod pack. People will make every single mob from Minecraft. I can guarantee it.
It will happen.
It will happen.
Including the bats. Have no purpose.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they have no purpose, right? I don't think they've actually given them an item to drop. They're more of just a aesthetic thing.
I want to say, yeah, they did, but then I keep forgetting that there are mod packs that actually add drops to them, like bat wings. I'm like, never mind. Minecraft itself hasn't done it.
Yeah, and that's the big thing with Minecraft. Like, they haven't really made that much progress over the years. And now Hytale comes out, and they've got all of this, and kind of blows Minecraft out of the water.
Well, I mean, Minecraft is old. It's about time.
Yeah, it's basically 10 years old at this point.
Yeah. That's a long-running pixel game.
Yeah. It's a great game, though,
voxel.
don't get me wrong. Now we just quickly run through everything here. Server overview, model maker, we've talked about models a little bit. Music,
Yeah.
we talked about that slightly.
Slightly.
World Gen, we talked about that too. Happy Holidays, we don't need to talk about that. Frequently
Anything in the
asked
FAQ?
questions. Yeah, let's take a look. Sure, let's go through this. Actually, Killer, why don't you read? I've done a lot of talking.
Well, let's start with the first one. When is Hytale coming out? The gist is when they feel that it is, they feel comfortable with releasing it.
Yeah.
They're not exactly in a rush to release this game to us.
Yeah, especially now, because they were saying on Twitter they were only expecting, like, I don't know, 10,000 views. Not even 10,000. Actually, yeah, about 10,000, I think they were saying. But last I saw, they were at 31 million views on the trailer.
There's a lot of people that want a new Minecraft.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
that
are very interested in this. So, as such, they are ramping up production, hiring more people, and most likely delaying the initial release, which I am very happy about, honestly. As much as I would love to play this.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I want this to be fantastic on release.
Hey, give us an alpha. I'll be good with that.
Maybe. Anyway, what are the different ways I can play Hytale? Hytale is comprised. I made the same mistake. It's been a long day. Adventure mode. Embark on your journey. And journey through a procedurally generated fantasy world, either solo or with friends. You've got mini-games and creative tools. There's also community servers as well. And find out more by going to this page. But we're not going to click on that. Because I'm sure we've talked about that already.
Yeah, probably. We're starting to loop on ourselves here.
Yeah, we're just kind of going through all the important things. Platforms for PC and Mac with the capacity to run game servers on Linux, but not the game itself.
That's already expected. Yeah. Most game servers now, they run on a Linux-based server.
Huh.
Just because it's it's not as resource intensive as a Windows server.
Okay.
The operating system doesn't take up a lot.
What else do we have?
Depending on what you put on it.
Yeah. I mean, that's with everything. Yeah, there will be a possibility of other platforms, like consoles and stuff, but they're focusing on just PC at the moment. And Mac.
PC Master Race.
What languages will be available? Stay tuned, basically.
Yeah.
Age rating.
If you speak Arabic, it could be a little.
Yeah, age rating.
I don't know where that one came from.
Good question, Killer. They're aiming for a T for teen rating, which is interesting. Do you have any thoughts on that?
If it has voice chat, mute it.
Because I think Minecraft is rated E10. So, interesting that they're going for teen, but I mean...
Well, it's probably for the fact that it's mostly... It's not going to be focused on building as it is adventuring, which means you're killing things.
Yeah, like, the combat system is a lot more involved than Minecraft. It's not just like, click
It's not a secondary
swing,
development.
click and swing. But there's like...
We hope it's not click and swing.
Yeah. But there's, magic and stuff, which is cool. You see anything else here that grabs your fancy, Killer?
Free to play or pay to play? That's a good question.
That is a good question. A very good one. Which one would you prefer?
Honestly, if I had to be truthful, free to play. But at the same time, if they're just developing the game, pay to play might be their best option.
Yeah.
Bring in the funds.
I guess so. I mean, they're already funded by Riot Games, so
That's true.
there's that.
But the issue with being funded by a large corporation is they start making demands because they're your only funding.
Yeah. Although,
So you might see some things come through.
yeah, I don't know. From the way they made it sound, it just sounds like they're helping them out rather than just like controlling things, but I don't know, we'll see how that goes. But back to the whole free-to-play versus paid-to-play thing. As much as people always complain about it, honestly, free-to-play, at least in this current kind of gaming landscape, is always better, because you'll get more players coming in, and maybe those players might not buy something, but those players will talk to their friends and say, hey, why don't you come join me in this game? And they're like, oh, I don't know. And they're like, hey, it's free. Oh, free. I love free. I have exactly $3. Let me join. And then maybe later down the road, when they have more than $3.
I cannot believe you just made that joke.
Yeah. Maybe they'll actually buy something. You know?
Yeah.
It's all about
hopefully
sort of
the things you can, if they do have an in-store, microtransaction, I really hope it's not game-breaking items that give you an edge over everyone. Just kind of aesthetic.
I highly doubt that. It's going to be customization stuff. And the other thing I could see is like a server system. Like, want to set up an easy, quick server? Give us a bit of money.
Like what Minecraft did?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That might be it, yeah.
Less hassle? I could totally see that.
Hey, I like hassle. I had to deal with our Minecraft server for a long time. Let's see here. What else we got? Oh, yeah. No, that doesn't really pertain to us. The question of asking, are they going to stop supporting Hypixel minigame servers?
Oh, yeah. For anyone who is interested, this is made by Hypixel. And they will be continuing all their Minecraft-related stuff. Don't worry.
It will be there. Just play it when you want to. There might be less people, but it will be there.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much everything in this thing. Support modding, we've talked about that.
We could go into the technical details, but that's really something we should probably just leave up to the more interested of you.
Yeah, you can go to their website and read throughout their blog.
Oh, yeah, link.
Yeah, there'll be
down
a
in the
link
description.
down there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But to close this out, I think the biggest, most important question, Killer, is this the Minecraft killer? Will Minecraft die out?
Will Minecraft die out? No, I believe Minecraft is like a cockroach. You can hit it as many times as you want with a nuclear bomb, but it's just going to stay there.
I think it's not going to straight up kill Minecraft, but it's going to bring in a lot of the crowds that, I don't know, like, there's a lot of subsections of the Minecraft community, and I think many of them are going to migrate. Like, if you like playing Minecraft minigames, you ain't playing Minecraft anymore, I can tell you that much.
No. I think the main force that you're going to bring over from Minecraft is going to be the vanilla players. The ones that aren't playing with mod packs that are specific to the game. Because most of them are probably looking for something new out of their system anyways.
Yeah.
Mod pack players, most likely they'll play the game, but they're not going to ditch Minecraft. Mostly because their mod packs aren't going to be on Hytale.
Yeah, I don't know. But then you've got the whole built-in modding system, which is going to make a lot of really potentially awesome, like, community
also
projects
depends on how
and
fast
people can plug in to where
it
they
depends on how fast people pick up the modding.
Yeah. I'm sure, down the road,
Because
it will be huge.
oh yeah,
'Cause
no, down the
they've
road,
made
this,
it this
I can
easy,
already see it. Yeah, they've given you the tools. That's something that Minecraft never gave you.
Exactly.
They in quotations promised you.
That's right. They did, didn't they?
Yep.
Huh.
But they never did. Never gave it.
Huh.
And then they attacked one of the mod servers. I think it was Buck. For breaching something along lines in their terms of use.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
yeah,
don't know, I might be wrong on that one.
Yeah, I think a lot of the adventure players are gonna want to come over as well, because this game does focus a lot more on combat and all that stuff. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I don't think it's gonna straight up kill Minecraft, but
No.
a lot of the fans, especially the older fans, I can see, who maybe haven't played Minecraft in a long time, they're gonna flock back and play this.
Or you can sit around waiting for Cube World to come out.
Like that's gonna happen. As we were joking before this podcast started, we're gonna get the alpha finished in 3 years, and then the beta will happen 10 years from now, and then final release will happen in
when the game's
3,256.
Oh god. I can't say anything because it's only a dude and his wife. That's all there is building that game.
I mean, Notch offered them money and staff, and they declined it. I'm sure they're probably kicking themselves.
Notch left his own game too.
Yeah, I mean, but still, I don't know. Anyway, so any closing thoughts, Mr. Mantime?
Hytale, if you're listening, can I have a beta key?
Oh no, I'm sure they get asked for that far too often.
I know.
Yeah.
Anything?
And while we're at it, can I have one too? No. But seriously, we're just gonna have to wait patiently. But yeah, if you've made it to the end of this podcast, pat yourselves on the back, because I don't know how long it is, but it's probably quite long. Maybe a little bit too long. But like I said,
it was long enough to send you into a coma.
It's a podcast, so you kind of knew what you were getting yourself into.
We'll even label it. It'll have podcast at the end of the name.
Yeah. Anyway, if you have any thoughts or opinions, what do you think of Hytale? What do you think of this podcast? What do you think of potatoes? I don't know. Give me your thoughts on anything.
Oh my god, we were so disorganized in this one.
Yep. Well, we don't podcast ever. Actually,
no,
I have podcasted before. Kind of. Shh. And even then, that was incredibly disorganized, because there was 4 of us trying to talk over one another. And that was in the early days of Robocraft, if you're interested in what I was referring to.
Yeah, that was with Rollin.
It was it? I think so. I think he was in one of them.
Whatever happened to him?
He's still around, I think. I've talked to him somewhat recently. I think I talked to him about a month or 2 ago. But yeah, he's still alive. I think he still does crossout videos from time to time. But anyways, we're getting sidetracked yet again. Killer,
sidetracked.
The last final thought. What do you have to say?
I still want that beta key. But I really do. I hope Hytale turns out to be what we all are hoping it to be. And that's a Minecraft 2.
Yeah.
A better Minecraft.
I really hope so. I mean, they seem really dedicated to what they're making. So, I'm pretty positive this is going to be a fantastic game.
All right.
But yeah, with that, I of course have been the Awesome Soul, joined by...
Hello, and I'm Killermantime, and I hope you have a fantastic day.
We'll see you next time. Take care. And that's a wrap.